practice?
Yeah, I have.
What are your thoughts on him?
Very impressed. Very impressed. Just the confidence he came in as a freshman. He definitely has that kind of like that dog mentality that you look for in the corners. I think him and Davidson both brought that to the cornerback room of this past offseason. So I'm super excited to see how he goes on in his career.
Marvin, did you have to tell Cornell that he should have scored on the long catch?
Of course, we all made fun of him. I think you look back at it. I think Drew's like yelling at him after he gets tackled. So we definitely all made fun of him when he got to the sidelines.
Is something to be said for him at least covering the ball up? Or
yeah, that's what he said. That's his excuse that he made, that he's just trying to take care of the ball. So we let him slide for that.
Ennis did the same thing, but he scored.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You said that Cornell was on a better pace than you were last year at this time. I'm sure you probably still stand by that. But,
yeah.
Is that what you were talking about when we finally see him in a game, when we finally see him doing those things? Are those the kind of things that you were talking about? And is it nice to finally see it happen in a game?
I mean, yeah, I think, like I said, we see it every day in practice. So for him to kind of show the world just a glimpse of what he can do on the field, I'm super proud of him. He's one of the best players that I've been around, just from a talent, just how he takes care of his business on and off the field. So I'm super excited to see, as he continues to grow, as his role increases in the offense. I'm super proud of him for all he's done so far.
Marvin, how's the ankle? Is it at least better than it was for most of last year?
Yeah, it's getting a little better.
Do you expect Emeka to play on Saturday? What's your take on that?
I don't know. I'm not one of the trainers. I leave that up to the trainers.
Yeah.
Is that injury similar to what you're dealing with?
They're going to make the call.
Is the injury similar to what you're dealing with?
Yeah, they're both ankle injuries, yes.
Marv, when you're going up against a defense like this, if it's ranked number 1 in the country, just how much do you get excited for the opportunity to test yourself against that?
You can talk about test myself personally or just test myself as a team?
Yeah, both.
I think definitely exciting. They're a great defense. Probably one of the best defenses that I've seen on film. I think from top to bottom, they have everything you're looking for on a defense. Very well coached as well. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for us. I think as far as testing yourself is the biggest test you can possibly get, really. So I'm super excited for that.
What is their secondary in particular? What stands out about that?
Kind of like last year. They're going to play that man coverage. They're going to rely a lot, and trying to be physical with you at the line of scrimmage, getting their hands on you. They're actually very talented, very skilled, and things like that. So it's definitely going to be a challenge, for me and the rest of the receivers. But it's just come down to who has better technique at the end of the day.
What were your impressions of Kalen King when you lined up against him a couple of times last year?
Yeah, no, he's good. I think everybody kind of more so focused on the Joey Porter matchup, but then he obviously was at the corner on the other side, and I got a chance to go get him a couple times as well. But he's definitely one of the best corners that I've faced in my college career. I have tremendous respect for him. He's definitely going to be go on to do great things at the next level as well. So it's going to be an exciting matchup.
Who are some of the guys who maybe giving you not trouble, but some of the matchups you kind of like going up against those guys since you've
Deonte Banks from Maryland last year. He's with the Giants now. He's first round pick. He was really good. So Deonte Banks.
It's so weird to see you dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Saturday night, were you change something up? Were you upset? How do you? I know you'll bounce back.
Yeah.
What's it like for you to go through something like that?
I don't know. There's a lot of emotions, to be honest with you. Because one, you let yourself down, but then you also let the team down as well. And I think what hurts the most is knowing that you prepared for it. I think you guys see, and I take preparation very seriously. I think I'm the hardest working player in the country as well. So for you to go out there and on Saturdays to not get the results that you want, it definitely hurts the heart a little bit. But it's a good way to bounce back from it. It's not the end of the world, but definitely can't let the team down like that. If it was a closer game, obviously things like that can't happen. But yeah, it definitely hurts because I know how much I prepare, week in, week out, on a daily basis to prevent things like that from happening. But like you said, you just got to move on from it.
It doesn't seem like you could do more. So did you change anything this week?
Yeah, I had to change my routine a little bit, implementing some different things. Just prevent that from happening again.
Was there
How
something
do
weird
you work
about
through
that?
that when it's happening in real time?
I'm very excited to talk about it.
How do you work through that when it's happening in real time, though? Because I think you hold yourself to a pretty high standard. I think we're holding each other to that same standard. How do you work through that?
You gotta have that neck play mentality. Same mentality that DBs have. After they get beat for a big play and everything like that, but it's gotta be next play. You can't let previous play affect the next play. So it's kind of mentality that you have to have. And I think the hardest part is never losing that confidence that you have in yourself, and still trusting your training, even though your training may have let you down one time or one play. You still have to trust yourself in the rest of the game.
Does the weather at all have an impact on that?
I mean, it can't. At the end of the day, it can't have an impact.
How quickly did you get on the mark when you got back? How quickly after you got back?
Oh, no, I stuck to my normal routine. We got back 8 o'clock, whatever, I think. So, obviously Sunday I came in, I did my normal routine, but just this week, I implemented some different things.
One of them was one was a drop. The other two were tough catches.
Yeah.
I mean, do you consider all 3 drops, or do you consider one drop and the other 2 just tough catches?
I mean, if it's an incomplete pass, this is a drop for me. If anything, whether I touch it or not, I think every ball thrown my way needs to be completion.
Was there something a little bit weird though, atmospherically? I mean, was the ball a little bit more slippery? Were your gloves a little more? You know what I mean? Where when you look back on that conditions on Saturday, was there something a little bit out of regular there?
I probably should have taken my gloves off for one of them. Obviously, it was raining. I don't know if you guys were there, but it was obviously raining that whole second half.
Yeah.
So, that's more so. Personally, I got to take the gloves off and maybe give myself a better chance there.
Marvin, drops aside, do you feel like you're playing up to your standard right now?
I feel like I'm never playing up to my standard, if anything, because the standard is perfection, and you can never be perfect. So I think that standard is something that's never met, at all. So just continue to keep building and getting better. But I don't think there's ever a time where I'm playing up to my standard.
I think we asked Coach Marvin in the spring or in May about you and how you can continue to get better, and he mentioned that you were no longer comparing yourself to college receivers, but to like Devontae Adams and Stephon Diggs. Do you feel yourself pushing yourself to that standard right now? And how is that going in your progression from flipping that switch from college receiver to, okay, I know where I want to be, and where I want to be is not right here?
I think standards kind of been placed as my dad. So you do that from that perspective, that's a Hall of Famer. You're always comparing yourself to him. Like all the receivers you mentioned, Devontae Adams, the great receivers, they're probably going to be Hall of Famers as well. But your whole life you're chasing after your dad, who's the best receiver to ever play the game. So I think the standard has always been high, and I think that's just.
Why don't you run from that? Like sometimes when kids have legendary dads like that, they're trying to find a way to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not this guy's son. I'm my own person.
Yeah.
Anytime we talk, you bring that up. I'm like, you're chasing your dad in those situations. Why don't you run from that at all?
I would say it worked for him. It's going to work for me. Obviously, the goals he reached is the goals that I'm trying to accomplish. So why not follow the same footsteps as he did? Why not try not to put more work in than he did, knowing that it got him to where he was at. So why try to take a different path? And you're very unsure of where you may end up. Where if you take the path that he took, you know what the results are going to be.
Mark, you're actually from Pennsylvania. These two programs have played each other, really close games all the time.
Yeah.
Do you consider this a rivalry game?
Yes, I think it is a rivalry game. I don't know too much of the history between Ohio State and Penn State. I know the games have been very close, in recent histories. Coming down to usually that fourth quarter, one team kind of pulls away or the other. But I think for the goals that we're trying to accomplish as a team, make it to the Big Ten championship, Penn State's definitely one of those teams year in and year out that you're going to have to go through to reach that goal.
Growing up in Philly, was there a college team that you rooted for? I know your dad went to Syracuse. Maybe it was Syracuse. Was there a college team that you rooted for?
No, I didn't watch college football that much. That's more so I just always watched the NFL.
What is it about the game that makes it feel like a rivalry, other than the two teams are good teams?
I think just how close the games are, the history of the matchup, and that makes it close, or it makes it a rivalry, and then also what's at stake. Usually, if you lose that game, your chances of going to the Big Ten championship probably are gone. So I think that's what's at stake makes it a rivalry.
How does it change things for you as a player, knowing that this game has a good chance to go in the fourth quarter? in jeopardy. You know what I mean? Just like last year and stuff. How does it kind of change from a preparation standpoint or your thought standpoint as you're going through a week for a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, you think whether things are going good, bad, or however things are going, you just got to make sure you keep swinging because that fourth quarter is going to come and you can be down, you can be up, the game can be tied, or whatever it is at that moment. That's what you got to push through and battle to the end.
The reason I'm asking is because you had that huge slant catch last year, when y'all needed to keep the drive going. And what got you going was not just the catch, but the yak after they got the first down and stuff. That was almost a building block moment for you, wasn't it? I mean, what did you learn about yourself from that moment and then take with you now?
Yeah, I think Penn State, that was definitely, like you said, that was one of the games that I had circled going into last year. Just I knew the defense was really good, I knew they had really good corners. And that was a chance that I had an opportunity to prove myself. Going back to Penn State, it was just a moment that you just dreamed of your whole life, and you want to capitalize on, do your best. And I think that day I put one of my best foot forward, and that's something I'm really proud of myself for.
When you know the ball's coming to you on a play like that as it starts, I mean, are you just what goes through your mind? I mean, it's a huge moment, and you know it's coming to you. Like
training.
A shortstop, some shortstops want that ball, they want to hit the ball.
You just go back to your training. Go back to your training. You caught that pass thousands of times. You just ran that route thousands of times. So don't make the moment too bigger than what it already is. I think if you train like you're in a game, being in the game allows you to revert back to your training. So that's what you try to do in that moment.
Marvin, have you ever had as much trash talk in your ear as you had on Saturday?
I don't even know if you call that trash talk. I think they were just, I don't even know what they were doing, but they were just out there talking to be talking. I wasn't really paying them no mind, though.
So to go out and have 3 catches in the first drive, score that touchdown, is that like the easiest way possible to shut the fuck up?
Like I said, I was just out there trying to do my job offensively, and help the team move the ball down the field and put points on the board. I think it was on TV. I was like laughing. I think people were telling me, so I was out there just having fun.
But how important is it for you?
More questions.
How important is it for you as focal point of this offense to get the ball in the first drive? It seems like you guys are very adamant to get the ball to Marvin on the first drive. For you, and you're obviously a very confident player, but to get the ball on the first drive, make sure that you set that standard for yourself.
I think we talked a lot recently just about starting fast, and I just, like I said, the ball is coming to me in those moments to start the game. I think it's my job to go out there and capitalize and get the whole team going. If I can go down there and make some big plays on offense, and maybe that might help the defense out, now to give them energy, or special teams give them energy. So it's just my job as one of the focal points of the offense and of the team to just do my part in any way that I can to help the team start fast. I just try to do that.
Kyle's confidence, real quick, Kyle's confidence. You've been talking up Kyle a lot with his confidence. He seems even more confident now. Just how would you describe Kyle now? It's to be expected. He's got 6 starts under his belt. Just how would you describe Kyle's confidence?
That's what it is. It's just, when you have 6 starts underneath your belt, things just start slowing down for you. I remember me last year. Everything's kind of moving real fast. I think midway through the season, I think even after a game like Penn State, everything just starts slowing down for you now, and you can go out there and trust yourself a little bit more. I think just the confidence grows organically from just playing so much.
Great. Marvin,
thank you, Marvin.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.